Welcome aboard, race fans, here to Pikes Peak International Raceway. This Colorado short track is 1 mile to be exact, and 6 competitors are looking forward to keeping their hopes alive in this championship hunt. The 2 notables coming in, Bradley Bishop Jr. and Cory Williams. Both of them not starting too well and on the outside groove, as Pikes Peak has been known for its inside groove racing here. A lot of big names did not qualify too well, but Hannah Allen, on the other hand, did. Car number 0, though, is looking for a resurgence in the second half this season, and with her leading the field down as the pace car rounds turn 4 and off the racetrack, it's going to be green flag in the air. Hannah Allen leads us down as we're underway here at Pikes Peak. Already 3 wide in the middle of turn 1. Jack Porkins in the middle of the pack, looking to try and thread the needle, while JJ Roberts, though, on the other hand, is also ducking to the inside, looking to take that 3rd spot away underneath Jeff James and Julio Cesar as they round turn number 4 the first time today. Hannah Allen's going to leave lap number 1, but JJ Roberts willing to put one last inch and ounce of weight that this Curtis Racing car can put in, as the 4 car goes up to the 3rd position. Bradley Bishop Jr., though, on the other hand, getting swarmed by Jack Porkins and Noah Hart, as that 44 car getting shuffled out of line, and already up into the groove he goes. You see Ross Jackson getting hounded by Jeffrey White and Alexander Rowe. Rowe, the defending winner, already off to a decent start, but getting challenged by Jeffrey White. But Porkins, though, still keeping his nose underneath Hart and BBJ in that 1 car. Jack Porkins has also had a late season resurgence, as well, very rhythmic for this 1 team, just like the previous years that Jack Porkins has been in. This 1 team could be one to look out for in 2020, though with a part-time basis, but for Jack Porkins himself, he could be one to look out for. But looking at Alex Benyacko, though, sitting in the 2nd spot, you compare him to BBJ and Cory Williams, this is a grand opportunity for him to gain some points, as Jeff James holds on to the 4th position. JJ Roberts now putting the pressure on Alex Benyacko. Jeff James thinking the otherwise, peeks to the left, and there you see Roberts doing the same thing, dives it underneath car number 8, and Benyacko has to give him the space that time around, and JJ Roberts with the run of a lifetime off of turn number 4, side by side across the line. It looked like JJ Roberts barely eked him out just a bit there, and JJ Roberts now up to the 2nd position. 3 wide action near the back half. Kyle Basaglia, Noah Hart, and BBJ going at it, and Bradley Bishop Jr. being on the bad end of the stick of this ordeal because he is stuck way up top. And there you see Jack Porkins and Anthony Marchese making their way into the mix as well. They want to have some fun in this action, and there's Max Ludger as well. And there you see Noah Hart getting abandoned by BBJ as he goes to the bottom of the racetrack, as Kyle Basaglia gets 2 birds with 1 stone in car number 17. That is for the 11th position, and Kyle Basaglia looking to gain on both Williams and Bradley Bishop Jr. is on a mission. There you see, though, a great gaggle of cars between Julio Cesar, Benyacko, and Jeff James. Sean Angel lurking his way forward. He may be a little bit out of the championship hunt, but can't count him out just yet, as car number 6 goes to the inside of Alex Benyacko for position, and Julio Cesar trying to run away in the 3rd position. That 20 car looking great in Q trim, but we haven't really seen the potential that this Napa Auto Parts machine has in race trim for that car. Jeffrey White, though, making a 3 wide on James and Fiegel, but looks like Fiegel gets the momentum off the corner, and that 43 car looking hot on the radar holds on to the position. Alex Benyacko, on the other hand, trying to file back in line right behind Sean Angel for the 5th spot, and it looks like with the battling right behind him, he should be able to file back in line just fine. But you see Noah Hart getting challenged by Jack Porkins, while James Shelly is looking to get around William Brock for position, and that Shelly has not qualified too well in this race. The same thing as Scott Roush, who's also been the man on the move in car number 3. These 2 drivers could be ones to look out for later on in this race because they are flying out here on the racetrack. Jeffrey White still challenging Jeff James for the 7th spot. James playing hard to get just like Road America, and Kyle Basaglia now making a 3 wide to stick the nose underneath the both of them. And just like he did earlier, now trying to get 2 spots yet again. There's Bradley Bishop Jr. lurking his way into the picture, and the 44 cars also seeming to come to life in the early stint of this one. Ross Jackson files right behind that 44. Ooh, got so close to the quarter panel, and nearly took himself out in the process. And Alexander Rowe looking to try and capitalize here as Bradley Bishop Jr. marks his way inside the top 10. Tim Fiegel pounding on Alex Benyacko's door. But Jeff James, though, doing a great job, though. Great qualifying effort, running inside the top 10 at the moment. And car number 22 defending his position very well as he blocks Kyle Basaglia, as Ross Jackson looking to get around Jeffrey White, while Scott Roush is looking to make it 3 wide underneath Austin James and Max Ludger. William Brock looking to do the exact same thing as Scott Roush. William Brock has had a season quite to forget in car number 7, and, well, he's looking to try and end the season on a high note here in that big red machine. As you see, Jarrett Rose, Zach Rogers, and Cory Williams. We haven't talked about Cory Williams that much, as James Shelly threads the needle, making it 3 wide, splits Brock and Ludger, goes to the inside, and easily passes that 7 car. While Cory Williams, though, he started way far into the pack, looking to try and mark his way inside the top 20. That Office Depot Chevrolet could be one to look out for as well if it comes to green flag pit stops and track adjustments. Anthony Marchese sending it 3 wide underneath Jeffrey White, and there's Alexander Rowe following in hot pursuit, teaming up on his teammate and Jeffrey White to try and get that position, really those 2 positions away. And Ross Jackson lurking his way forward. Noah Hart, though, making a move to the inside as he crawls his way past Jeffrey White and trying to get around Ross Jackson as well. And there is Jack Porkins and Scott Roush, the 2 CM Racing cars, lurking their way forward near that top 10 area. They're all lingering for that 10th position here, and that is for Anthony Marchese, who's trying to run away from the rest of them here. But you see a little gaggle of cars right behind him. Jeff James trying to get around Alex Benyacko, also trying to get around Tim Fiegel in the process there. And Bradley Bishop Jr., though, also following right behind car number 22. You see Noah Hart, though, in the background trying to get around Ross Jackson. And Bishop Jr., though, holding his ground on the bottom of the racetrack, seeing he can find that proper momentum. And Jeff James also holding his nose ahead of Tim Fiegel. What a run for Jeff James here in car number 22. Qualified really well, keeping his car also well into this top 10 area here. Jeff James had a great start in the first half, but kind of fell apart in the second half of the season. But some confidence could be gained after this if Jeff James prospers well. Here comes Julio Caesar on the bottom of rookie contender J.J. Roberts. Both of these battling for the Rookie of the Year. And J.J. Roberts keeps his foot on the top side and really pretty much trying to hold his momentum. Caesar keeps it on the bottom. Roberts pinching that 20 car way down near the apron. And Sean Angel, though, trying to get the draft from the both of them here to try and see if he can capitalize on both of their battles here. And that 6 car has just been quietly making his way forward here. Sean Angel's car has come to life. And the Canadian, though, reporting that he's not returning to the series after this year, making it one last huzzah here in the Craftsman machine. Has got a couple wins in his belt in his career, so it's certainly a great way to see this 6-car run so good in the race. As you see Julio Caesar able to clear J.J. Roberts off of turn number 4. Roberts, though, keeping his foot on the top side, keeping his ground up top. And Julio Caesar, though, not allowing him to get that momentum into turn number 1, and he easily takes the 2nd spot away, while J.J. Roberts, though, is going to have to fend for himself on Sean Angel here, as the 6 car is on attack mode on the inside, as he tries to make it for that 3rd position. And the Craftsman car just running his line. Caution look to me out on the racetrack here, not sure what it is. And there's a big crash off of turn 2. Vince Freeze is in the wreck. Coven Black, Bobo Jones is also collected. And there is Sam Onskin in car number 98. His car is demolished as well, as the first caution comes out here today at Pikes Peak. As the rest of the field does come down pit lane, we're going to see those pit stops shortly after as well. So Vince Freeze had power issues in the 42 car, and he was just trying to get the car out of harm's way, and pretty much just watch. He's going to get hit from behind by Bobo Jones. Bobo Jones, no place to go, and that's clobbered by Sam Onskin, and watch Coven Black hard impact in the back end of car number 81. Brian McDonald just trying to get on the brakes, just too late on there, and everybody just trying to slow down for the sake of it. And a multi-car crash takes out a lot of contenders, and Vince Freeze really Texas Motorsports has been not too great on the reliability as of recent, and this is really going to emphasize the case here for them today. There was some scrabbles and pit stops here. Kev Shear was trying to get into a stall, and Griffin Leopold McDermott went into the pit lane really the transfer lane and just ran into the back of the 62, who also was trying to get into his stall there, but a lot of front side damage to the 93 there for Griffin Lapo McDermott. And there you see the cars coming out. Watch, it's going to be a close battle off. It's actually Julio Caesar that's going to be the one to be the first one out. Robert second. And there's Tim Fiegel third. Hannah Allen, who was the leader coming in, drops quite a lot of positions in car number 0. But this is really going to reshape the running order here as we take the restart. Julio Caesar leads the field to the restart, and there he goes. Great start by the 20 car. And there you see the rest of the field just getting single file, but Alex Benyacko decided to think otherwise as he goes to the inside of Kyle Basaglia, and that is for the 6th spot. And look who's right behind him, Bradley Bishop Jr. and car number 44, and Scott Roush with what a comeback for this 3 cars. He goes to the inside 4 position, looking underneath Bradley Bishop Jr., but also there you see Fiegel and Marchese also marching their way forward, and the battle for the lead is now heated up. Vince Freeze has gone around that 20 car, and here comes Fiegel down to the inside, keeping his foot on the gas. Both of them side by side, and Anthony Marchese though just waiting in the shadows to see if he can find a way to pounce on the top 2 here as Marchese shoves Tim Fiegel into the corner. The 43 car with such a huge amount of steam, and Tim Fiegel now advances to the race lead on Julio Caesar. Anthony Marchese looking to try and take second for himself, while JJ Roberts goes to the inside groove. Hannah Allen actually decides to shove that 4 car up the racetrack there. Say bye-bye to that top 5 for now, because here comes Hannah Allen now making a move to the inside. Here comes Benyacko and Scott Roush, a CM Racing train, all coming in red too, and hot, with those cars running near the front of the pack. There's Jack Porkins though, right not too far behind, but really Hannah Allen, Benyacko, and Scott Roush. How about that? The CM Brigade has come to life here at this pit stops, and those adjustments seem to be helping them at the moment. 3 wide action though. Jack Porkins has really been the guy to make it 3 wide in this race so far. Jeff James stuck in the middle, and really Benyacko Jack Porkins getting around Ross Jackson and Alexander Rowe. There you see Sean Angel stuck in the middle groove that time around. Jarek Gross also in the picture, wanting to capitalize on some track position as well. And there's Cory Williams. He also did not start too well, had a bad pit stop. Him and Jeffrey White have got a lot of work to do so that they can themselves march their way to the front. But Bradley Bishop Jr. is making it 3 wide also into turn number 3. He's coming into the picture. Down to the inside he goes on Kyle Basaglia and JJ Roberts, and side by side JJ Roberts stuck up top, Basaglia in the middle, and Bishop Jr. on the bottom, and up to 7th goes car number 44. Certainly much to Cory Williams' dismay, as well as Alex Benyacko. They want to gain as much points as they can on this 44 car, and Bishop Jr. though keeping the pressure upwards for the other points competitors, so that this 44 car has been a force to be reckoned with. Cory Williams though has been a rocket ship in that 14 car. Now he's going to make a move on Sean Angel, looking to try and take the spot away. JJ Roberts slips a little bit in the corner, and that allows the 14 to close in on his teammate. And Cory Williams has cracked himself inside the top 15, and he's looking for more underneath Jack Porkins and James Shelly. What a powerhouse move from Cory Williams. They made some great adjustments to that 14 car. And 3 wide action though, Sean Angel able to follow along with Cory Williams, but that 14 car is already flying his way onto the radar. He has reached that top 10, and he could be a monster if he reaches into that top 5 here sooner or later. Jeffrey White though, his other teammate, not faring so well right behind, trying to get around Alexander Rowe, which he will quite easily, and also trying to get around Ross Jackson. But Cory Williams though, he was way back on that restart and is still charging his way forward. There you see Scott Roush up ahead, also challenging Alex Benyacko for position. Williams takes the 9th spot away, while Scott Roush is eking it out between him and his teammate for the 5th position, as car number 8 holds his ground up top. Bishop Jr. though stuck on the bottom, following along with Scott Roush with pressure from Jeff James. And the 22 car again still keeping his nose in that top 10. Could be one to look out for. Hannah Allen though looking for 3rd underneath Julio Caesar. Caesar puts the block, and that 20 car just trying to defend every ounce of weight he can. Caesar being very aggressive, does not like to be tossed around, and is really trying to stand up for himself in this series here. He's no pushover, and he could be one to look out for. in 2020. You saw on the leaderboard first and second exchange places, and this was the reason. Anthony Marchese made a dive into turn 1, and Tim Fiegel was caught off guard, and the 43 car had to try and defend off the corner, but Anthony Marchese's car just looking really strong in that center and down the backstretch, and he just sends in at turn number 3, lets the car roll up the hill just a little bit, and just like that, Anthony Marchese, though, in possession of the race lead as the Aaron's Dream Machine is now P1. Cory Williams has now passed Alex Benyacko and Bradley Bishop Jr., both of his fellow points contenders, and is now in the 7th position, closing in on Jeff James and Scott Roush as James makes a move to the inside line. Williams looks lower, and the 14 car really drives it in hard, and that's gonna give Jeff James a little bit of a panic attack there as the 22 slides up the track, and Scott Roush does the same as well. Their car's not up to handling compared to that 14 car, as he now moves up to the top 5. Cory Williams is on a flyer of laps here, and I think they might have just found something because that car handles perfectly for that Office Depot Chevrolet, as Tim Fiegel still trying to get around lap traffic. Sean Angel, on the other hand, making it 3 wide on Benyacko and Bradley Bishop Jr., and the 6th car now looking to advance his way forwards inside the top 10, now in the 8th position, fighting it out between him and the 44. Bishop Jr.'s car and Benyacko's car not looking as strong since that drop of the green, that restart, but Cory Williams' car, though, is on an upswing as he just got around Hannah Allen, now looking on Julio Caesar. The 14 car has come to life here at Pikes Peak and has now moved his way towards the 3rd position. Cory Williams is on a mission, and that's quoted from the Blues Brothers, a mission from God. Cory Williams has now caught Tim Fiegel, and Williams, now looking a little bit lower, loosens the 43 up. He slides up the track, and Williams slots in behind to the inside. And Cory Williams again, just on fire with this 14 car. And look who's right behind him, Jeff James in car number 22. That car's also come to life as well. And James and Williams both marching their way towards the front and looking to close in on Anthony Marchese's lead. And watch the intervals, they did increase a little bit there due to them battling it out, but James now up to the 3rd spot. What a run for Jeff James, and now he's making a move to the inside. Williams shuts the door, and he holds on to the 2nd spot, while Scott Roush, though, on the other hand, looking underneath Sean Angel. Jeffrey White has made his way inside the top 10 at last, and that 11 car deciding to come to life here. Looks like White's car coming in the long run, same as Cory Williams, so both the Curtis Racing cars seem to have gotten their tires up to temperature, gotten the tires managed well as got the car set in this long run here, as Scott Roush, though, now looking around Sean Angel. Jeffrey White, though, patiently looking to see if he can find an opportunity, which he does as he goes to the inside of Hannah Allen. Allen trying to shut the door, but Jeffrey White does not allow that whatsoever as he passes the 0 car quite easily, while Scott Roush and Sean Angel still playing hard to get between the two of them because they are not budging in terms of track position. But Jeffrey White is going to be willing to push that 3 car just a little bit, helping his affiliate on that inside groove. But White, you see him just try to use that arc, try to get the proper apex, decides to go to the top side here to see if he can find something up on that top ground. And Sean Angel, though, getting help from Jeffrey White here to see if Angel can get the run off the corner. Will he block that inside groove? Will Jeffrey White get to the inside? And it looks like Angel's going to be able to block Scott Roush that time around. And Jeffrey White, though, with just a good handling race car on his shoulders, holding his ground on that outside line here. That 11 car might be in the same department as Cory Williams in terms of their speed at the moment here, because he is actually holding his ground well up in that top side here at the moment. Anthony Marchese has now fallen in the clutches of Cory Williams as Williams sends it underneath. Just that car just on a whole another avenue here, and the 14 car with the nose ahead takes the race lead away, and Cory Williams is going to try and get that bonus point here in that 14 car. And Williams on a great resurgence here, had a little bit of a slump in the summer stint, but has come back alive just like we saw in the beginning of the season. It's been a breakout year for Cory Williams as Anthony Marchese files back in line to second, and the 14 car is looking to try and run away here from the Aaron's Dream Machine. Great battles, especially near the back half of the field here between Aiden Shepard, Stratus DePire, and Gatlin Downey in the 55, with James Silverfox and Rob Evans not too far behind. The Great Lakes cars have not had some great races as of recent, but they're looking to turn that around. Silver Fox now looking to put his nose underneath. Rob Evans looking to follow. They make contact, and hard into the safer barrier goes James Silver Fox, and Rob Evans also collected in a 2-car crash, and a heavy impact for the Prairie machine knocks James Silver Fox out, and that's gonna bring the second caution out. And much to Cory Williams' dismay, that's gonna evaporate the lead. Just like we saw in the Napa Pro Series, where it looked like one guy was gonna win, but it's going to have to shush him for a little bit here because everybody, and I mean everybody, is packed up together yet again. And here's what happened with Rob Evans and James Silver Fox. Evans looked like he wanted to apex the corner, just mistimed it, and hooked the rear end of James Silver Fox's car. What a vicious shot into the outside barrier, and into the outside wall went Rob Evans as well. Big hits all around for the both of them. James Silver Fox though climbed out of his race car. He said he was okay, a little bit shaken but not stirred, here for that 10 machine. After pit stops, it's Jeff James in the lead. Yep, Motorsports really set the bar high because they had a mega quick pit stop on the 22 car and is now in the race lead. Jeff James with the run of a lifetime. We've seen some sparks from this 22 car as the green flag waves yet again. Jeff James has shown that potentials he's had in the Southern Cup Series, was close to winning a championship there, and is now looking to regain some confidence and speed as he currently leads over Anthony Marchese. Williams in white though not too far behind. Jeffrey White actually prospered at pit stops in that 11 car, and he's on the hard march as well. Jeffrey White is one of those few contenders also looking into the championship hunt, pretty far back compared to Williams, BBJ, and Benyacko, as the rest of the field trying to gang around the slow Griffin Lapel McDermott. And Anthony Marchese though getting shoved up to the top side as Williams and White team up on the Rodriguez car. And there's Jeffrey White though, that 11 car looking hungry. Jeffrey White now making a move on his teammate, looking for that runner-up spot. Inside goes car number 11. Jeffrey White now trying to use the side draft on that 14 car to see if he can get the car to lurch forward. And there you see Tim Fiegel getting shoved by Scott Roush in that 3 car. Marchese continuing to drop like a rock here. That outside line is proving to be a disadvantage for that 33 car, while Jeffrey White though trying to get around Jeff James. So the two Jeffs are trying to battle it out here as Jeffrey White now making a move to the inside, looking for that race lead. To the inside goes car number 11, the Fanatics machine, looking for his second win of the season, and Jeffrey White to the point here at Pikes Peak. And Tim Fiegel though now looking for third underneath Cory Williams. Scott Roush, where will he go? He goes to the top side. He actually sends it in way too deep because here comes Anthony Marchese back at it again, this time underneath Scott Roush. Tim Fiegel though marching his way forward. He's up to the 3rd position. Now making a move to the bottom underneath Jeffrey White. Cory Williams though getting a little bit shoved out of line, getting really dicey off the corner, and Marchese again with a great resurgence after that restart. Got passed, but is looking to pass more yet again. Marchese is looking for blood here today in that 33 car, and that win number 1 has been oh so elusive for him, while everybody else though is willing to battle it out. Jeffrey White though still leads, but it's 3 wide action for the top 10 spots right behind them. Sean Angel though threading the needle. Scott Roush stuck in the middle. Bishop Jr. though to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to gain an advantage on Cory Williams. James Shelly looking to do the exact same thing, and the 71 car marching his way forward. We haven't talked about James Shelly all race long, and has made his presence known. The adjustments working at the hands of that 71 car, and you see his teammate not too far behind him. Kyle Basaglia has made his way into the mix of this big gaggle of cars for the 4th position on back. What a scuffle between all these drivers here. Sean Angel still keeping his ground. Bradley Bishop Jr. great run off the corner, but James Shelly's getting a little bit more creative as he goes to the bottom side of the 44 car, as he knows he's got to gain points on those 3 contenders literally right above him. Bishop Jr., Williams, and Benyacko, that is literally 1st through 3rd in the points, all stuck in that outside groove. And now Shelly's looking to make it 3 wide underneath Sean Angel. Angel shuts the door, trying to at least but couldn't quite get there. But Bishop Jr. gets shuffled up top. Williams in the middle, Benyacko also stuck on the top side, and Shelly is looking to make a move underneath the two of them. This is just fantastic action. I'm just at a loss of words to see all these drivers just duke it out, and all 6 contenders all basically under a blanket in this top 10, as Julio Cesar's wanting to be the aggressor here as he makes it 3 wide underneath Benyacko and Bishop Jr. alike. And here comes Alexander Rowe into the picture as well. Jack Porkins also in the mix, Ross Jackson, just a handful of cars all under a blanket. Rowe now underneath Caesar and Benyacko as the 05 car is looking to make his way back inside the top 10. Hannah Allen, the pole sitter, just not too far behind Alexander Rowe, but you see Bishop Jr., Benyacko, and Williams kind of dropping a bit ways back as all 3 of them still stuck in that outside groove. Kyle Basaglia knows this is the way to go because he's got to get to the inside of that 14 car, which he will as he gets around Cory Williams for the moment, while Hannah Allen gets around her teammate and Julio Cesar, as well as Bishop Jr. now goes back to the bottom of the track, trying to get the 2 spots again, this time with Alex Benyacko trying to minimize the damage done in terms of the points complexion. Noah Hart, though, also making it 3 wide underneath Julio Cesar, but they back it down to 2 wide, and Jarrett Gross wanted to make it 3 wide, and JJ Roberts pressed the issue just a little bit there with Steven Jenkins not too far behind. This is all near the mid-pack here. It's just getting crazy over this area here at Pikes Peak, and Jenkins not able to capitalize too much there. But man, what a large stint of laps here by Jeffrey White, and the top 3 are pretty much gone from Scott Roush. Cory Williams and Bradley Bishop Jr. have both dropped outside the top 10, and Cory Williams is looking to try and change that as he tried to make a move on Jeff James, couldn't quite make it work whatsoever, and Bradley Bishop Jr. got loose coming into the corner, and that allowed Noah Hart to try and pounce on him, and same thing as William Brock. Brock quiet on the radio looking to see if he can peek into that top 10 at the end of it, and Williams though now making a move underneath Jeff James for 11th. James holding his ground to the top side, Williams on the bottom. William Brock though, will he make it 3 wide on Noah Hart? Decides not to there, and backs it off just a little bit to see if he can get the exit speed off the corner. Williams though, now with the advantage off the corner, clears Jeff James, and William Brock pushing Noah Hart, pushing the veteran all together here, but looking at Jeffrey White though, still running away, with Scott Roush and James Shelly though slightly closing in on Tim Fiegel and Anthony Marchese. Look at Alexander Rowe though, great run for him in car number 05. He has made his way inside the top 10. He is in the 8th position. Alex Benyacko though, looking for 9th underneath Hannah Allen. Allen trying to give room. Benyacko squeezes his way underneath that 0 car. And the flex shot machine trying to have a shot at this championship. Now making a move to the inside line, trying to get the center off. And Alex Benyacko now up to the 9th spot. And with Williams not too far behind, as well as Bishop Jr., he is gaining some great championship points in car number 8. And when it matters the most, when the other contenders are qualifying bad, Benyacko qualifies good. And right now, this is a grand opportunity for him to catch up in this championship fight. Here they go off the turn number 4. Benyacko now making a move to the bottom underneath Alexander Rowe with Kyle Basaglia right in front. Basaglia himself is also looking to try and gain some points as he sits pretty far back in this championship fight, a mere 37 points back. And Alex Benyacko though looking to try and gain at least that 1 measly point on Alexander Rowe, and Kyle Basaglia now looking to try and get around Sean Angel for position here, and that is going to be huge for both the 17 and the 8. Both of them know they've got to be ahead of Cory Williams and Bradley Bishop Jr., and both of them, all 3 of them, really those 2 contenders specifically, are looking to try and get around the 6 and the 05 car. And off of turn 2, looks like Kyle Basaglia has the nose ahead, but Alex Benyacko though shoving Kyle Basaglia into turn number 3. And the 17 car trying to keep his hopes alive by the fraction of a hair. And the 17 looking to get the nose ahead of that 6 car. And William Brock though on the other hand looking to challenge Cory Williams here. This is just what they need. William Brock now making a move to the inside of that 14 car, and it looks like he's going to be able to take 11th away from Cory Williams, while Kyle Basaglia and Benyacko are still trying to hold off Sean Angel as Angel slides up the track, and Kyle Basaglia is going to be able to eke out on top. Looks like he's going to be able to clear that 6 car. But Alex Benyacko, he still commits to the inside line because he knows Alex Benyacko's got a much quicker car than that 17. As you see there, Williams getting shuffled out of the groove here. And here comes Noah Hart to also join into the mini pack of cars as well. Noah Hart looking to crack inside that top 10 in car number 12. The Farmers Insurance car has also come to life in the latter half of this race. And with such little laps to go, the championship is just getting closer and closer, with the 14 and the 44 not prospering so well in this race. But look at Alexander Rowe just keeping his car on the top side, trying to get the outside momentum off the corner on Hannah Allen. Does he get the momentum off? And it looks like he might be able to. He shuts the door on Hannah Allen, and what a great defensive move from car number 05, as Alexander Rowe's gonna hold on to the 9th position from Hannah Allen. But you see Noah Hart though has the nose on the quarter panel of Cory Williams. Williams has to give him some leeway there. And Noah Hart now to the bottom of the racetrack, while William Brock is marching his way forwards, looking to get around Hannah Allen. Bishop Jr. though now going towards the bottom, but just couldn't quite get the apex down. Couldn't quite get that car to stick whatsoever. And William Brock though getting around Hannah Allen. Noah Hart though struggling to get around Cory Williams. And Williams knows that he's got to hold his ground so he can gain some ground on that number 44 car. But you see the gap between first and second decreased just a little bit there. 3 car lengths separate Jeffrey White and Tim Fiegel. But this is the battle we're looking at and centralized around at the moment, because it is getting heated up between Cory Williams, Noah Hart, and Bradley Bishop Jr. because they are just still duking it out, all for track position. And there you see though, Alex Benyacko now to the inside of Kyle Basaglia. That is for the 6th position. This 8 car has just been at the right place at the right time, and Alex Benyacko has easily cleared Kyle Basaglia. Basaglia couldn't put much of a fight whatsoever for turn 4, while Alexander Rowe now pressuring Sean Angel for the 7th spot, or the 8th spot to say the least, and looking to see if that 6 car can make one big mistake because of it. And off the corners they go, just a single filed train behind, but William Brock looking to try and break that train a little bit, but couldn't quite get the move on. While Anthony Marchese though battling Scott Roush for the 4th position. Roush though keeping his foot on the outside. James Shelly has moved his way up inside the top 5, and the 71 car has made a great effort to keep his hopes alive. He's been on the hard charge in that 71, and the 33 car trying to hold on for 4th. James Shelly's gonna have a great points day out of this one. Kyle Basaglia is gonna have a great points day after this one. Alex Benyacko's gonna have a great day out of this one, as well as the race leader of Jeffrey White at the moment. 5 laps to go here at Pikes Peak. Tim Fiegel is trying to do everything he can to try and catch Jeffrey White. And ever since that 11 car has taken the lead, there's been no turning back for Jeffrey White here. Oh, so close so many times. Got that win at Chicago in, and has just got a few handful of laps to try and close it down. Meanwhile though, Alexander Rowe and Sean Angel duking it out for position. William Brock though playing into the keeps, trying to play the wild card in this one, as he wants to get 2 positions in one go, but he decides to wait just a little bit, waiting to see if he can set him up just in time. A masterful class job done by William Brock, but Alexander Rowe keeping his foot in it, keeping the grip on those Goodyear tires alive as he holds his ground to try and hold on to 8th, while Cory Williams though looking to try and get around Hannah Allen for the 11th spot. Look at Vance Conwell though, we haven't talked about him all race long. He has finally gotten himself inside that top 20 here, and the 24 car looking around Jarrett Gross for 16th on the racetrack, but Gross just defending his line. Julio Cesar had a great race car in the first half, just faded on in the second, as Cory Williams does clear Noah Hart off the corner there. Jack Porkins battling Vince Reese, not for position though, but more or less just for the fun of it as it seems. And Cory Williams though currently in the 12th spot, Bishop Jr. in 14th, and with 2 laps to go, Jeffrey White is still trying to pull the gap on Tim Fiegel and James Shelly in car number 71. Scott Roush for a moment trying to make a move on Anthony Marchese, but Jeffrey White though quiet on the radio, made the fine adjustments for them, As they come off of turn 4, the white flag is going to fly. One more lap to go here for Jeffrey White. Into turns number 1 and 2 for the final time. Jeffrey White started his career at Yamp Motorsports, and off of turn number 2 he goes. He basically just needs to keep the car in one piece, and with the move to Curtis Racing, he has found some great success there with a win at Chicagoland. And now off of turn 4, Jeffrey White's going to win here at Pikes Peak, his second win in his career and second win of the season for car number 11. And just like that, that might have just put him back into this championship fight, and I believe we're going to have a much closer fight yet again, this time at the end of Pikes Peak. Tim Fiegel though, second for him, great effort for him. So close yet again for car number 43, James Shelly, grand points day. In third, he's also a similar situation like Jeffrey White, where they really need to pull some great runs here, and this is going to be one of the fundamental steps in keeping their championship hopes alive. Anthony Marchese fourth, Scott Roush, great drive from way down near the back half of the field to fifth. Alex Benyacko got a 6th place run in car number 8, Kyle Basaglia 7th. And remember, Alex Benyacko sits pretty close compared to Bishop Jr. and Williams, so he's actually one of the few drivers looking in a relatively close gap, and he could actually come out nearly as the points leader out of this one. Basaglia 7th, gained some great points on Bishop Jr. and Williams. Alexander Rowe, fantastic job as the defending winner. 8th place run, I would say, is an accomplishment for them. Sean Angel 9th, and William Brock, how about that? A top 10 for car number 7. Meanwhile though, you saw Cory Williams and Bradley Bishop Jr. This is where they ended up 12th and 14th. What a shot here, not many wrecks, but a close championship fight and some great racing all around here at Pikes Peak. What a way to wrap up the Pikes Peak weekend here in Colorado, and this could be an exciting championship fight in the Hardee's National Series. We have only 2 more races left on the calendar, which are Atlanta and Homestead. Hopefully both of those races provide the best action we've seen, just like last year's races as well. It's going to be a dogfight for this championship. 6 contenders with an equal shot at winning this championship, and if disaster strikes a good amount of them, we could see some others leer into the picture. Thank you all for listening in and watching this fantastic race here at Pikes Peak, and we'll see you next time at Atlanta Motor Speedway.